Y'all forgot about four. Four
He's
ain't
out there looking comfortable. He's
four
comfortable. He ain't trying to play either.
Deshaun Watson ain't terrible.
Is he not ready?
I would take. I know Deshaun Watson going to throw for more than 115 yards. I believe that Deshaun Watson, in all his faults, will put up more passing yards and throw it down the field more than 4 yards on average.
Another curveball just hit the Browns saga, and it's both wild and disappointing. Everyone thought Shedeur Sanders was finally getting his shot against the Jets, but guess what? Reports say Deshaun Watson suiting up instead, and the evaluation process has already started. Now fans are left wondering, is this just another sneaky move by Kevin Stefanski and the Browns front office to sideline Shedeur once again? Or is there something brewing behind the curtains that we're not supposed to see? After all, Watson's still the highest paid man on the roster. That kind of money comes with politics. Josh Cribbs actually made a solid point. Deshaun Watson isn't some washed-up scrub. At his peak, he was electric. The man could slice through defenses, escape chaos, and turn broken plays into highlight reels. But let's keep it real, those injuries hit hard. Since 2024, it's been setback after setback, and the swagger that once defined him just isn't there anymore.
It's getting evaluated this week. See, everybody's not talking about this. If the Browns were serious about Deshaun Watson not playing this season, why do we have to evaluate?
Confidence doesn't rebuild overnight, especially after being hit, doubted, and sidelined as much as he has. Stepping back into the fire as an NFL quarterback after that kind of physical and mental beating, that's brutal. So yeah, maybe a 100% Deshaun could still outplay Shedeur. But let's be honest, that version of Watson doesn't exist right now. The Browns have to stop living in the past and face what's in front of them before it's too late. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders is everything the franchise claims to want. Young, sharp, and hungry for his shot.
And say what you want to say. All these other damn reporters can say what they want to say. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to keep it 100. And the 100 fact of the matter is Deshaun Watson is getting evaluated this week by the Cleveland Browns training staff and coaching staff. Now, granted, he have tore his Achilles twice. Now, do that mean he's going to come back? I can't say he's going to come back. But one thing I can say, we cannot rule him out to come back. Because the fact of the matter is, it was his job before Joe Flacco got there. It was his job before Dylan got there. And he's the highest paid player on the team. And in my eyes, and in big business, you don't waste money.
He's been training like a beast, his energy is contagious, and fans can feel it. The only thing holding him back is that injury story that's starting to sound more and more like a cover-up. Even Shedeur's been dropping hints, saying he's getting big ready and pointing straight toward that Jets matchup like he was locked into play. If that's true, then this whole situation isn't just confusing, it's suspicious. Something about this quarterback shuffle feels planned, like a drama script the Browns keep rewriting just to keep everyone guessing. He's been nothing short of impressive. Straight up fire every time he steps on the field. Even at this stage, Shedeur Sanders looks 100 times sharper than the rookie college-style quarterback the Browns keep trotting out. He's been throwing bombs, easily crossing 300 yards a game, proving he can command an offense even under pressure. That spark he's shown in training and preseason isn't hype. It's the real deal, and people are starting to see it. Sure, Shedeur doesn't have Deshaun Watson's resume or his years in the league, but what he does have is priceless. Time, energy, and most importantly, health. Those three things can make or break a quarterback when the season gets long and brutal. And that's where this whole debate really heats up. It's not about replacing Watson forever, it's about being smart right now. If Deshaun's body is still in recovery mode, forcing him back too soon could wreck everything. It's a bad look for him and for the Browns. Meanwhile, Shedeur's ready, strong, and itching to lift this team out of the embarrassment they've been drowning in lately.
Stefanski Monday say, well, Deshaun Watson evaluation is going well. We'll know what's going on with him by the end of the week. If he come out with one of those, be ready. Be ready, y'all, because Kevin Stefanski, y'all know how he gets. Yeah. Deshaun Watson, his evaluation is going well. I think we'll know more by the end of the week. If he say we will know more by the end, he coming. It ain't no, I'm telling y'all what it is. Don't let these people play you.
But here's the wild part. How does a player who was ruled out months ago suddenly become under evaluation again during a bye week? What's the rush? And why now? When Kevin Stefanski literally just said he's sticking with Dillon Gabriel and giving him more chances to drag the whole franchise into the mud, it's insane. From everything we've seen, Deshaun Watson's injury wasn't some quick fix. It was major, a long-term problem that needed serious healing. So this sudden evaluation feels more like smoke and mirrors. Another strange move cooked up by Browns management that leaves everyone scratching their heads. Let's break it down. Deshaun Watson's injury timeline tells the full story. Back in Week 7 of the 2024 season, he went down with a non-contact Achilles tear, the kind that ends careers if you rush it. He had surgery on October 25th, and since then, every update has screamed slow recovery. So, why this sudden urgency? Something's not adding up. Then came the bombshell in January. During Deshaun Watson's exit physical, doctors found that the same Achilles tendon had re-ruptured. That forced him right back into surgery for a second time. Since then, sure, there have been a few hopeful signs. He's ditched the walking boot, started light throwing, and the staff keeps saying, progress looks good. But even the coaches have quietly admitted a full return isn't happening anytime soon. Let's keep it real. Calling this a comeback right now is a massive stretch. An Achilles injury, especially one that's been operated on twice, doesn't just heal because someone wants it to. It affects everything: balance, mobility, confidence, and that powerful throwing motion every quarterback depends on. You can't just tape that up and walk back onto the field like nothing happened. No matter how good the rehab clips look online, reality hits different under real game pressure. The truth? Watson's still got a long road ahead, months, not weeks, before he's ready to face real defensive heat again, which makes this timing look flat out suspicious. Why now? Why test him during a bye week when he's clearly not 100%? What exactly are they trying to evaluate? There's no logic in putting a recovering player through that unless someone up top is pulling strings. So who's making these calls? Could it be that someone in the Browns front office is pressuring Stefanski to push Watson forward just because keeping Dillon Gabriel around any longer is becoming impossible to justify? Because if that's the case, it's desperate, plain and simple. And if Stefanski's grudge against Shedeur Sanders runs that deep enough that he'd rather risk Watson's health than give Shedeur a real shot, then this isn't just bad coaching. It's sabotage dressed up as strategy. At this point, it's clear. This isn't about football anymore. It's about ego, power, and control. And here's where things get even more twisted. Mary Kay's recent claim that Shedeur hasn't had enough reps or that his practice window hasn't opened yet sounds ridiculous when you realize they're gearing up to play a guy who can barely move at full speed. How does that even make sense? You can't preach patience for one player while rushing another back from a serious injury. It's starting to look like they're building excuses, not game plans, protecting one player while blocking another. The favoritism is right there in plain sight, and people are finally calling it out. Inside the Browns building, the pressure must be boiling right now because Stefanski and his media insiders are acting like people cornered. Every press statement feels desperate, every update sounds rehearsed, and each excuse only proves one thing. They're terrified of what Shedeur might do once he finally steps on that field. Let's be honest, the real victim in this circus is Shedeur Sanders. The guy's done everything right. He's worked, stayed focused, kept his composure, and never badmouthed anyone. Yet every time he gets close to his shot, something mysterious happens to push him back down. It's exhausting to watch. Shedeur even hinted that he's ready to start soon. He's skipped other commitments because he believes in the Browns and knows his time is coming.
Next question.
Hey, Coach. How do you feel about Shedeur?
Oh, he's a good kid. Love everything about him.
Is he going to practice with the first team?
Next question.
Hey, Coach. Will the rookies start getting more involved?
Definitely. Gabriel will start getting worked up in preparation of playing.
What about Shedeur?
Next question.
Hey, Coach, is Shedeur officially your backup QB now?
This trade we made took everybody by surprise. We're still evaluating. Need to figure everything out right now.
Coach, is there a reason you won't name him the backup? You only have 2 quarterbacks.
Next question. You.
All right, after this last game, are you considering starting Shedeur now?
No, it's not fair. We win as a team, we lose as a team. Gabriel deserves time to figure it out.
Well, are you at least letting Shedeur take practice reps with the first team?
That's not my focus.
Coach, do you hate Shedeur?
But here we are again, watching the same old clown show unfold like it's scripted. Fans are beyond frustrated, and Stefanski looks completely lost in his own decisions. This stopped being about talent a long time ago. It's about pride and bad judgment now. The fact that anyone could look at this situation and still think starting Watson is a good idea is just unbelievable. If Stefanski actually sends Deshaun out there before he's ready, he's not just risking 1 career, he's risking 2. Watson's health and Shedeur's future could both be destroyed just to feed an ego. Deshaun Watson's body is clearly not ready. Anyone with eyes can see that. Forcing him back onto the field right now could easily make things worse, maybe even end his season or his entire career. And then there's Shedeur Sanders, sitting there healthy, hungry, and completely capable, yet being held back for reasons that have nothing to do with performance. It's obvious now. Stefanski just can't stomach the idea of Shedeur stealing the spotlight. It's not about football anymore, it's personal. The bias is too loud to ignore, and every fan in Cleveland can see it plain as day. This whole saga shows exactly what Stefanski's turned into, a coach driven more by pride and politics than logic or leadership. But here's where things start to click, at least from the fans' point of view. A lot of people online are saying this sudden evaluation of Deshaun Watson might not even be about football. It might be all about money. According to several fans and insiders, the Browns could be trying to officially rule Watson out for the season so the team's insurance can cover part of his massive guaranteed contract. If that's true, then all these updates and evaluations are just smoke for a business move, not a strategic or medical one. Think about it. If this theory checks out, then the Browns aren't testing Watson to see if he can play. They're doing it to fill out paperwork, the kind that gets them reimbursed for a chunk of his salary. That means this whole thing isn't about giving Deshaun a shot. It's about minimizing a financial disaster. The Browns are basically treating their star quarterback like a line item on a spreadsheet instead of a player. And when you dig into the numbers, it all makes sense. Watson's still locked into that monster 5-year, fully guaranteed deal worth $230 million. The team still owes him $46 million for the 2026 season alone. That's an enormous burden for a player who might not see the field anytime soon. So yeah, this evaluation might not be about football dreams. It might just be about financial survival. That's not just a big paycheck. That's one of the biggest contracts in the entire league. We're talking generational money here. So, if Deshaun Watson's still injured and can't suit up, the Browns' insurance policy supposedly kicks in and reimburses a major chunk of his salary. That means the team actually has zero reason to rush him back. In fact, putting him on the field too early could literally cost them millions. If Watson steps out there and re-injures that Achilles again, the insurance coverage could vanish in an instant. So instead of risking that financial nightmare, the Browns might be doing what every corporate-minded front office does, playing it safe. Maybe these so-called evaluations are just for show, a formality to keep things moving on paper while they quietly wait for the insurance check to clear. It's shady, but it fits the pattern. So maybe, just maybe, this isn't Stefanski being clueless for once. Maybe it's a business play, a move cooked up in the boardroom, not the locker room. If that's the case, it explains a lot. The mixed messages, the weird timing, and the total lack of football logic. But even if it's about money, the way this has been handled is awful. The communication is messy, the transparency is non-existent, and the fans are left feeling like they're watching another Cleveland-style disaster unfold in slow motion. And once again, stuck in the middle of all this chaos is Shedeur Sanders. He's healthy, motivated, and ready to go, yet trapped between a recovering quarterback and a coach who keeps dodging questions like he's allergic to honesty. Whether it's favoritism, financial politics, or both, the result never changes. Shedeur stays on the bench while everyone else keeps playing games that have nothing to do with actual football. And now the picture's getting clearer and uglier. What's happening in Cleveland isn't just bad management. It's a full-blown power struggle dressed up as football decisions. You've got a front office trying to protect its investment, a coach trying to protect his pride, and a young quarterback who's ready to save the team but keeps getting locked out of the game. It's chaos with a playbook. Fans can feel the tension through every press conference. Stefanski's tone is off, his answers sound rehearsed, and every time someone mentions Shedeur Sanders, the man's entire body language changes. It's like he's allergic to giving the kid credit. Meanwhile, the media's catching on fast. Reporters are starting to question the official story, and even former players are calling this whole situation a mess. The Browns are trying to control the narrative, but it's slipping right through their fingers. Inside the locker room, it's no better. Players are frustrated, whispering behind closed doors, and you can bet some of them are losing faith in Stefanski's leadership. The veterans see it. They know talent when they see it, and Shedeur's got it. The guy's been patient, respectful, and focused, and yet every week, someone finds a new reason to keep him benched. It's beyond politics now. It's personal. And let's not forget the fans. They're done being fooled. Social media is on fire, calling out the favoritism, the mixed signals, and the flat-out contradictions from management. People are asking the same question over and over again. Why are we protecting Watson like he's untouchable when the team clearly needs a spark? Every post, every headline, every fan rant just keeps building the pressure.
I hope so. But I know one thing for sure. Kevin Stefanski don't like Shedeur. The only way we see Shedeur play is if Jimmy Haslam himself physically picks Shedeur up.
If this keeps going, Stefanski might not just lose the locker room, he could lose the city. Because at this point, fans don't just want wins, they want honesty. They want accountability. And unless the Browns finally give Shedeur Sanders the chance he's earned, this entire situation could explode in their faces. One more bad move, one more tone-deaf statement, and Cleveland's front office will have a PR disaster on their hands that no insurance policy can fix. By now, the tension around the Browns feels like a ticking time bomb ready to explode. Every new update from the front office just makes the situation sound worse, not better. The team keeps feeding the public recycled excuses about evaluations and process, but nobody's buying it anymore. You can feel the distrust everywhere. In the locker room, the fan base, even the media that used to defend Stefanski is starting to flip on him. Something's brewing, and it's not just about Deshaun Watson's health anymore. It's about credibility. Insiders are whispering that some players are privately backing Shedeur Sanders to get the start. They've seen his work ethic, his composure, and the energy he brings when he's leading drills. Some veterans reportedly told staff members that the locker room feels different when Shedeur is taking reps. That's powerful and dangerous for Stefanski's grip on control, because the second Shedeur steps in and performs, that's it. The whole narrative collapses. Meanwhile, fans are watching every move like detectives. Social media is wild. Threads breaking down old interviews, analyzing practice clips, even connecting dots between Stefanski's comments and the team's mysterious injury evaluations. It's like Cleveland's turned into a real-life sports thriller. The people want answers, not corporate buzzwords, and the pressure on Stefanski? It's suffocating. He's stuck in a corner. If he plays Shedeur and the kid shines, it proves he was wrong all along. If he keeps benching him, the fan backlash will hit record levels. Either way, his reputation's hanging by a thread, and every game from here on out feels like a public trial. At this point, it's bigger than football. It's about who's got the guts to make the right call. Shedeur's time feels inevitable now. Too many people are waking up to what's really going on. The team needs a spark, and the fans need hope. If Stefanski keeps ignoring what's right in front of him, this could be his breaking point. Because once that crowd in Cleveland starts chanting Shedeur's name, and you know it's coming, there's no PR statement or front office memo that can silence it. The moment's coming fast, and when it hits, there's no going back. Anyway, this Browns drama isn't slowing down. It's only heating up. Next week's already looking like pure chaos, with fresh reports, wild leaks, and even more confusion spilling out of Cleveland's front office. Every time it feels like we've hit the peak, another twist hits out of nowhere. It's becoming the most unpredictable storyline in the league right now, and honestly, fans are bracing for another week of pure madness. Expect more sources, more conflicting updates, and definitely more spin from Stefanski's camp trying to control the narrative. But the truth always slips through eventually. And when it does, this whole situation's gonna blow up in ways the Browns won't be able to contain. The tension between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson's return has turned into a full-blown soap opera, and the world's watching every single move. And here's the wild part. Nobody knows what's real anymore. One side says it's all about football. Another claims it's about money, insurance, and contracts. The front office says evaluation, but the timing screams cover up. Fans are left connecting dots, piecing together cryptic clues, and debating whether this is business strategy or straight up sabotage. It's insane, but one thing's for sure, next week's gonna be explosive. The truth about Watson's evaluation, Shedeur's next move, and Stefanski's leadership is all hanging by a thread. You can feel it. Something big's coming, and when it hits, it'll shake Cleveland football to its core. So stay locked in because this story's far from over. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss a single update when the next wave of chaos crashes down. Now tell me, do you think Deshaun Watson's being evaluated to actually make a comeback, or is this whole circus just about the money? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this next chapter might be the wildest one yet. See you on the next one.